the future. The apocalypse actually happened in 1999 and not 2010.
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal and Dave's trip to Jupiter.
We are triggered again. Chrono Triggered.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, guys, welcome back to Fun Times. And as we go into the triggering of Chrono, so we discovered a couple things. One, I forgot about this mechanic. So when you're on the map, you can actually switch out characters, and it's not just, hey, they're here. We have to. Nope, we can now switch them out. So we can do Marl, we can do Isla, we can do Frog. Let's get, like a...
Well, Chrono is our Mario. He has to stay in the party.
Yes, he has to stay in the party. Anyway.
He's the life of the party.
Quite so. Now, we're in the part called Break the Seal. Now, I haven't played this for a while.
This is true. In between time, we did some live streams, and also definitely had some downtime in there, because the month of October was just crazy for both of us.
Yeah. No,
So what are we doing with the
I'm
seal?
looking up a walkthrough to remember what I'm doing.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Alright.
You ever see those images where it's like, void if seal is broken, and there's someone like attacking a poor little seal?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Alright.
That's terrible, Space Cadets. Don't harm innocent animals.
Yes. Oh, God. Okay. Force of the North, blah, blah, blah. Alright. So, I think we're gonna go to the future. Again. To the future!
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
You chose to take off again.
I'm just gonna go here.
Yeah, well, it's fun for me to be back here to watching you play this game, because in the meantime I've been looking at more like Xeno artwork and stuff, and at this point I'm just like, this is proto-Xeno, so...
Yeah, nah,
and I love Akira Toriyama's art style as well, so...
Oh, like I said, Chrono Trigger is basically the best. Oh, sweet,
Yeah,
Magic
definitely.
Tab. That's great. I'm happy with Magic Tabs. I love myself some Magic Tabs.
I wish we had, like, an infinite amount of time so we could just play all these classic JRPGs.
Oh, God. There's a couple I would really love to do if I had the time. I'm actually a big fan of what is called the Lunar series.
Oh, yeah, wasn't that... No, wasn't that like a Sega CD game, or was that earlier than that, even?
It was a Sega CD game. The first copy was on the Sega CD. Now, here's the thing. The only versions I'm familiar with from that game are the friggin' PlayStation 1 version, the PSP version, and the Game Boy Advance version. Lunar 1 has been ported to a bunch of stuff, and I would love to go over all of them. The Lunar does have my favorite thing in those games.
What's that?
So near the end game of Lunar, your friend who runs an item shop gives you every item you can get there for free.
Oh, right. I think you mentioned this before.
Yep.
Where they're like, well, if the world ends, this money's not going to matter. But I'll charge you for it once you save the world.
Basically. Right now I'm stalling for time as I look through stuff here because I think I'm doing the right thing.
Always good.
So, we're just gonna
As long as we don't run into, like, difficult enemies while you're not paying attention.
Yeah, basically.
But judging by the damage they're doing, I would say they're not. Frog has this taken care of.
Frog is great and powerful.
Hail the great and powerful Frog, lord of all amphibiousness.
I know.
And his big flexy arm.
It is a big flexi arm. Alright.
Yeah, really.
Tristan.
So,
So 600 AD. Okay, so
I was what I was kind of thinking of when I was saying like classic JRPGs. I realized I could finally finish Final Fantasy VI for the first time ever.
oh god, that would be insane.
I know I mentioned this before, but it's like I only got to play on the PS1 version, which had the stupid long load times for every battle, and the whole game just felt like such a drag as a result. And it's kind of... I feel like this game's a little bit easier combat-wise than that game is.
No, it's definitely an easier game overall, not to say Chrono Trigger's the easiest game ever. And difficulty is never an indicator...
Difficulty is a very relative concept anyways.
Yeah. Nah, difficulty should never be like, you know, an indicator of quality, in my opinion. So,
Yeah.
but Chrono,
Yeah.
like, in terms of, like, how difficult a game is, Chrono Trigger is actually a pretty... It's not the fact that it isn't difficult, but it is pretty... It's one of the few RPGs where I notice, like, convenience.
Well, all I was getting at is that the combination of lots of random battles that had 30-second load times before them, and then the fact that the battles themselves could actually turn into life and death struggles with some regularity, made that game very hard for me to get through.
Yep.
So I think I saw like the world get destroyed, and then it was lived by Kefka, and then it was like that was it.
Yeah, nah, that's, No, the War of Ruin is interesting, especially if you try to get every party member back.
Yeah, because they have a large party in that game, right?
13 members.
That's huge by Final Fantasy standards.
Yep, it's the largest full party in the entire series, I believe. I want to say.
Yeah, because isn't like 7-ish party members kind of like a standard for that genre going forwards?
Yeah, well, in general...
Or between 7 and 9.
Well, Final Fantasy VII introduces the major change-up in the battle system, which is 3 party members.
Instead of 4.
Yeah, and that's always been... After that, it's been consistent. The only time they broke that was in Final Fantasy IX. And
Well, yeah, because Final Fantasy 9 was a
12.
callback.
And 12, actually, now I think about it.
That's why Final Fantasy 9 is awesome. Well, because was so in 7, because we had Cloud, Tifa, Barrett, Red 13, however the hell you pronounce Kate Sith.
Yeah.
It's like Kite Chief,
Heights.
because it's like Celtic. Lost count. Vincent is optional. Yuffie's optional. That's what escapes me. I'm gonna go on my Vincent Valentine tangent because the fact that people love him as much as they do seems a little odd to me because he's entirely missable. So it's kind of like how people love Boba Fett to me, where it's like they make the character seem like he's way more important than he actually was in his original work.
Alright, so...
Not that they don't have really cool designs.
Okay.
Wait, I had a thought. So Vincent Valentine wears like a red coat, right?
Yeah?
And we were watching Hellsing last night.
Yes.
And Alucard wears a red coat. Coincidence?
Maybe.
And then Dante from Devil May Cry wears a red coat.
Okay. So this is the Dark Ages of 12,000 AD.
Oh, right. The space people and the sky people on Angel Island here. The power is sealed.
Yep, things have not gone well, as you can see. But, you know, we're gonna try and figure it out. We're on an adventure. We're gonna figure this out, guys.
I always find these, like, magic sky utopias fascinating.
They definitely are fascinating. And believe me, we're gonna get some more fascinating things going on. Until then.
Such a different way of living.
Yep. It is a different way of living.
What? A village of the earth dwellers.
Yep.
Earthbound ones lack magical powers.
Yep. This isn't going well for them. And we can buy something.
Demon Edge.
Ooh.
Commodore. Oh, is that a better weapon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Better for her.
And I spent all our money to get Chrono 1! Okay.
Yeah, you kind of did.
Alright.
That'd be one hell of a sword right there.
Time to
Wait, how much did that go up by?
1.
What? We spent that much money for a 1-point bonus?
Yes! Well...
At least we know where your priorities are.
My prior... Usually they give you enough to, like, you know...
Well, it's like when John and I were playing Monster Hunter the other day, and I just went like hard on the Great Sword with the Valor style, and so the entire thing is just weighted entirely towards power.
Yeah.
It's like special effects or defense. Who cares? I have big power.
You are big power, man. No, I'm not going to sell the elixir.
Yeah, don't do that.
That is too useful.
I mean, we're probably okay, right?
We should be fine for the most part, but I do want... Because here's the thing. Look at Marls, and
yeah.
that let's see who I can upgrade.
Well, let's pick who's going to be in our party and focus on getting them upgraded.
I'm also comparing... you know what? Frog is always useful.
Yeah, I was going to say Frog's always good.
So I do want to get him upgraded. So... No, I just bought that, so let's see. I can sell...
And Isla's always good for snoo.
I'll show the Mesomail, and we'll do a gold helm. And... Wait a minute. Equip.
Alright. Red mail, black mail. It's all color-coded.
Making sure... Okay, yeah, we'll get him that.
Mist robe.
And then we'll...
Yeah, I was just trying to picture what a mist robe would look like.
Nothing we could show.
Yeah, well, actually, it got me thinking how... So, in a lot of modern games, especially more recently... they actually will reflect armor changes on your character. And I realized that's kind of like a modern, like, three-dimensional thing. Because that was not something you even saw too much in the past. Because it was that much more expensive to make all the different character models and have, like, armor swapping. But I was just thinking about it in my head for a second. I'm like, to have armor swapping reflected on a sprite...
Yeah.
It's actually, like... more work in a sense.
Oh god.
Because you have to redraw literally every frame of animation for that thing.
Yeah.
That's why you just do a palette swap. But if you're doing a 3D model, you just make the model and then you swap the armor onto it. And if you're smart, you have it all like nicely parsed out. And that's how modern games are able, like, they'll have a character's model that exists underneath the armor, and then you can just change what armor is the top layer.
Oh man. Hey kid, are you traumatized? Don't worry, here's a giant frog man. Oh god!
Are you tired of people from the sky looking down on you?
Here's a frog man.
Do you feel like a small, insignificant ant in their eyes?
Well, you know how it is. We have to rebel against the system and, you know, get the lifeblood to the planet back. Wait, wrong series.
Come visit us here at Babel Tower.
Yep.
It's the stairway to heaven.
As you do. And we all slept together. It was
in separate beds.
Yeah. We had to get creative.
How nice of them to have exactly 3 beds.
Well, you know, it's like they planned for it or something.
We accept parties of 3, no more, no less.
Okay. So.
Alright, so.
Found it.
Hello, Dragon Ball dinosaurs.
Ooh, we are in for battle.
Hey, the Dodongos!
I turned her into
Oh, wow.
a drill. Oh, didn't know that. Slash! Oh.
Attack pour up.
Okay. So, let's see. Can I...
So wait, so like
Their attack power's up.
every time you attack them?
Yeah. So
So either you have to defeat them in as few hits as possible, or... they have an alternate weakness.
Well...
Oh, well, you defeated one, so it's fine.
Okay. Until then, Frog, heal!
Party slurps.
Slurp. He just licks them and is like, you're good!
I mean, if you were a humanoid frog that had healing saliva, you'd be slurping a lot of people.
Ooh, 10. Alright, let's check our techs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We gotta do with tech points.
Okay. Alright. Everybody's moving up in the world. I'm proud of you, Frog. You're gonna get water 2. I don't know what water 2 is, but I assume it has more oxygen than regular water.
Oxygenated water.
Super oxygenated water. Okay.
Yeah, what was that? I forget if this is like a real thing or just science fiction. It was like in like Metal Gear Solid 2, the boss room where you fight Vamp. It has like weird like super oxygenated water in it or something like that, and because of that, you're not buoyant if you were to fall in, and you would sink straight to the bottom and then drown.
Oh, okay.
And that's the gimmick, that if you get thrown into the water, you die instantly.
Fair enough.
But then if you defeat Vamp, he falls in, and, well, he's Vamp.
He's just like, yo, I'm dead now.
I can never die. I'm voiced by Samurai Jack.
That helps, you know, being voiced by Samurai Jack. More dinos.
And also Garlic Jr. Back again.
Oh, God, boss fight. Heal us, Frog!
They're sort of like training you for this fight.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can get their little guy back there too, so... He took a lot less damage, so does that mean...
Well, that's why I have... So, I think I know what I'm doing.
He's like their trainer.
Yeah. So, I imagine he'll... So, I just gotta wait for Isla and Chrono to do their thing. And I'm just gonna have Frog heal us.
Multi-purpose frog.
Hey, Frog is doing what he does.
I thought of Pokemon when I said that he's their trainer, and it's like, oh, he's got the red version and the blue version.
Oh God, I believe there's in Pokemon. I think in Pokemon Let's Go, I discovered this from a friend of mine who's playing it. So the Golbat Master Trainer and the friggin' Zubat Master Trainer are both named West and Keaton. You just got that, didn't you?
I did not know that.
That's the best news I've heard ever.
That's amazing.
Okay, so it's like a count.
I wonder if there was something like that in the Japanese version, because I know whenever they translate those games, they like change up a lot of names and stuff that are not important.
Who knows? Like, I would be interesting though. Again, it would be nice because of like any tribute to Adam West I love.
Oh yeah. And now we're also in a world without Stan Lee.
Yeah, that happened. Recently,
yeah, very recently.
Well, I had to do like an entire thing on. I had to write up another thing about it because Bill Maher ended up opening his big mouth about it.
Oh man.
Well, he tried to do the whole comics don't count as actual literature. Why are people sad about Stan Lee?
Even if comics didn't count about actual literature, you still gotta respect the man.
Dude, he created so many important characters for basically everything. Even though there is the whole debate over Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko's contributions, which is one of those debates that I have a hard time parsing through because there's a lot of stuff that isn't documented and also a lot of personal grudges that are very hard to parse through.
Speaking of parsing, let's make sure Chrono gets heals.
Don't worry, that's why I have Frog here. He's doing this for great justice. Though I might have to have Frog focus.
It was in this same Let's Play that I corrected us on the Great Justice thing. Because I know I started it because I was saying it wrong. Because for Great Justice, I don't know where that's from. But I because I got the Mega Man line wrong because it's for everlasting peace.
Oh. Okay, Chrono might need heals.
Yeah, definitely. But and Chrono is dead.
Well, Isla, you're the new protagonist.
You're team captain now. What is that a reference to? You're a team captain now.
It's
coming to Dave.
I gotta remember. Oh, thankfully I got like 32 revives because why not?
Ouch.
Yeah.
Right in the comments if you figure out what that reference was. Don't cheat.
You're team captain now. Alright.
But yeah, we need to take care of their handler.
Yeah, true. Let's see.
I was gonna say I was on the topic of the comics and who gets credit and for whatnot. I was thinking about how in Japan you always see these manga that are credited to just one person, but they have these understudies and artists that they get to draw various things for them because some people don't like drawing backgrounds or certain objects and they just get their understudies to do it.
Yeah, nah. It's kind of sad. Well, they kind of list themselves as a studio.
Yeah.
Which isn't usually the best option, I find.
I wonder what kind of people Akira Toriyama had helping him out at times. Because he's got some protege who does a lot of work on the new stuff like Dragon Ball Super, and people have seen so much of that guy's work that you can't even tell whose it was, or almost Toriyama's protege's artwork is more associated with Dragon Ball now than Toriyama's own work.
Oh god, I can see that. I hate this guy. He's just healing up, which is annoying. It's I defeated the boss.
You got 3-on-1. You can will this guy down.
Yeah, probably.
Just smash that attack command.
No, I'm just smashing attack since that seems to actually do more damage.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, because he was resisting your attacks.
Yeah, so.
But wait, is he still resistant to your attacks? Because they might have had him set up so that he was.
Nope,
protected.
it was still 50 and stuff.
Okay,
so this
I didn't
is
see
just
that number.
So this is just us, wailing on him.
Would we have been able to just... Chrono's asleep.
He woke
Wake up, Chrono.
Chrono, wake up!
I was gonna say, we've already had to say that to him before in this game. What is this? It's the chain.
Yeah, we're going up in the world.
The chain to heaven.
Oh, hey! Bigger, tougher versions of these guys. Let's see.
Phantom Imp.
Well, Garlic Jr.'s sons have been getting a bit more rowdy lately.
I wanted to read that as Batman Imp.
Batman Imp! Okay, sweet. No, not Crimson Rain. Curse you! But now, one of the things that's been going on, at least in terms of... the credit thing is interesting, and it's kind of fascinating. So, alright, I remember when I was reading it, and you wanna know who was, a protege that you wouldn't expect?
Find out next time, Space Cadets, on Hal and Dave's trip to
Oh,
Jupiter.
shoot!
Because we just looked at the timer. We were having so much fun.
Well, I'm going to heal, and then I'll talk about this. Until then, next time on Chrono Ball Z.
Good to be back, Space Cadets. See you next time.